The change in the U.S. labor force that we can't deny is the growing gig economy, right? And research shows that it's growing far faster than the more traditional jobs. So at the end of the day, is this good news for the economy? Is it good news for workers when you consider the gig economy is about temporary jobs or freelance type work?
Exactly. And I think we are still trying to figure that out, exactly what type of impact it is having on the U.S. economy now. I mean, there's been a long time debate as to whether or not people who are giggers, as they're called, people who do work in the gig economy, whether they're doing it out of choice or if they're forced to do that because of a lack of better paying jobs or a lack of other jobs out there. But what Rick was just talking about, how there's skill shortages for certain industries, certain companies out there. So one of the points that a lot of people have been making is the fact that maybe some of these companies can capitalize off of the growing number of giggers who are out there. So people who will be willing to just go to some of these companies, work for a shortened amount of time until they no longer need them, and then move on. So that would also help certain companies who are struggling to get those workers out there, and then that would in turn better help the U.S. economy. So we know that this has been growing. Intuit was out with earnings yesterday, and their CEO said that the gig economy makes up about 34% of the workforce today, and that's expected to grow to almost half of it within the next 3 years by 2020. So it certainly does have a big impact on today's labor force, and it's certainly something to watch as we